What's up, coach? In this video, we're walking you through how to get to 100K in the online space as a health and wellness professional. Are you ready? Let's get started. I'm Beverly Simpson. I'm a former district fitness manager for a national gym, bringing in $2.1 million per year. I've built two multiple six-figure businesses online. And in this video, I'm walking you through exactly what I would do if I was starting over to get to 100K per year in the online space, in the health and wellness space. So if this video helps you, hit like, tap subscribe, and tap that bell to be notified when the next video comes out. This will help us get the message out to more evidence-based health and wellness professionals who care about the science of training and want to make a greater impact. This video is going to be a summation. It's going to be part of my podcast that is on PT Profit Podcast. So we're going to do our best to trim out the podcast conversation parts and really get into the meat and potatoes of this training. So if you want to catch the full conversation over at PT Profit Podcast, we'll make sure that we put all of those links in the description, which you can find down below. So let's go ahead and dive into the meat and potatoes. Number one, guest test and assess and releasing attachment. So what does this mean? So this means, and it's one of the things I wish that I could have done faster, which is that I would put all my heart and all my soul into something I was creating, whether it was an offer, whether it was a piece of content, whether it was a podcast, whether it was a YouTube video. I was spend hours preparing for it and creating it. And then I would put it out and it would fall flat, in my opinion. Okay. And then I would make that falling flat mean something about who I am. And be like, oh, nobody likes it. Everything sucks. Maybe I'm not meant to do this. Who am I to be doing this? Why is someone going to work with me when they can work with so-and-so? All the nonsense that our brain gets us into because our brain is trying to keep us safe. What this is requiring you, and when I say this job, what this business building is requiring of you is courage. And courage is not the absence of fear. You cannot have courage without fear. Courage is the integration of fear. This is the doing it anyways. I wish I could have moved through that faster, because if you look at all of the really super successful people and just get outside of the health and wellness business, right? Look at Coke, look at Pepsi, look at Bill Gates, look at Walmart, look at any successful business in any type of market. It was not their first rodeo. It wasn't the first offer that really just hit it out of the park. So this requires you to take action. You must take action. And in order for you to take action and continue to take action is going to require you to release the attachment to the outcomes. Number two, work from the vision and chunk it down. Meaning that there's some, like, we've taken some number, and if it's 100K for you, great. For me, it's $1 million, and it was $1 million. So what I would do is I would take that goal, 100K, 1 million, whatever it is, and then just chunk it down from the vision. So if we know that this is what our ultimate goal is, okay, the first thing that I want you to do is break it down by year, break it down by quarter, then chunk it down into month, and then chunk it down to week, and then chunk it down into daily activities, so that you know on a consistent basis, am I moving the dial forward? So 100K per year is 25,000 per quarter. And then per quarter, it gets chunked down to like 8.4 or whatever. That's why people round up to just 10K months. Okay. And then 10K months ends up being, X amount per week, per day. This is what we're moving the dial towards. Okay. So now that we know this and we know, okay, so this is the vision, this is where we're going, go deeper here. Okay. Go deeper, because people forget that we need to make the math behind your 6- and 7-figure business work. What ends up happening is that they go, okay, so I need to make 10K. So this is my hourly rate. This is what I'm doing. And then this is what, I'm just going to sell these programs or these coaching services or whatnot. Okay. You need to understand the offer and offers What that really means, because people aren't buying your coaching service, they're not buying your membership, and they're not buying your programs and templates. They're buying the outcome, the fastest, most efficient way to get to the outcome. Nobody is Googling what's the second best way to do X. Nobody is Googling that. So what you want to be doing, what you want to look at is, what is it that my people want and how am I going to get there? So this is number 3. Number 3 is truly understand offers. And if your people, and you know that your people are really trying to get to the outcome, the fastest, most efficient way possible, you get to ask yourself, what is a leveraged process? So what leverage means is, how can you maximize your resources, time, energy, and effort and money to maximize results, maximize the speed of implementation for your clients so that they get to their desired outcome faster. Do that. And you can make the amount of impact and money that you want to make and still do it with freedom, time freedom. In order for you to really understand that and do that, though, go back to number 2 and know what the vision is, okay? And then make the math behind your 6 and 7 figure business work. What does that mean? It means that you craft a program, a 90-day program, a 6-week program, a 12-month program. Okay, whatever the program time frame is, whatever that win is, whatever that outcome that they know that they're going to get, that is associated to what it is that they want, and then ultimately the benefit of the benefit, the emotional dimension of getting what they want. Okay, when that happens, you get to ask yourself, well, how many hours of time is it going to take me to fulfill on that offer? And then I want you to ask yourself, how many hours of time is it going to take me to cultivate this relationship with a potential client and turn them, someone who's never heard of you before, and turn them into a client? How are you going to create that? How much time on average is that going to take you? Now that we've gotten our mind right on the guessing, testing, and assessing, now that we have gotten clear on what the vision is, now that we understand offers and we're starting to maximize our leverage, number 4, we need to understand how to communicate. Because when you can communicate the right offer to the right person at the right time, and you build a business model that can sustain any sales cycle, meaning that it takes what it takes until it takes, then you're going to get to 100K. And so the next thing is going to be the messaging. And here's what I really want you to understand. So if you don't have a pen and paper, press pause, go and get it right now, because this is going to sound complicated and hard, but it is literally the key. Unlock this type of messaging and you will be able to subconsciously connect your people who've never heard of you before and position yourself as an authority, whether you have 100 followers, 1,000 followers, 200,000 followers, none of that matters. When you subconsciously connect to your person, your ideal client, and position yourself as the best expert, you will win. And if you're like me and you get into any at all of those feelings of why me and why not that other person, then this is what I want to say to you, is that the desires of your heart, you can trust them as safe guidance, because there's a reason that you're here doing this and not being a kindergarten teacher or a competitive pole dancer or competitive hula hooper. And there's no shade at all to any of those other professions. Thank God there are kindergarten teachers out there who want to be kindergarten teachers, because my children need you. The next generation needs you. But there is a reason you are here wanting to do this and not do anything else. So if you can trust yourself and go all in on yourself faster, the better. So when you can really truly learn to subconsciously connect with your ideal clients and that they can self-sell themselves, and then you actually position your stuff as the best, most efficient way possible. And instead of trying to make price as your differentiating factor, which is pricing on commodity and the fastest race to the bottom, the better. Then you can position yourself as the person who solves problems. So if this was helpful for you, please go ahead, share on the interwebs, let us know. Thank you so much for pushing play today, and I will catch you on the next episode.